Hey, thanks for joining me again today. Got a little job on in the back of the van. Been on the Amazon again. We've got a nice monitor. Hopefully, anyway, not in the box up yet. But what we're thinking is, on the back of the wall here, it'd be really great to have a nice display monitor with menus revolving, beautiful colourful pictures of close-ups of coffee being poured, ice creams, lollipops, anything that's obviously on sale in the van. Just thought a nice board at the back here, and obviously the 80s theme, we can have a bit of I don't know, Magnum PI, Miami Vice, images, just clip-its, stuff going on just to keep the attention of the customers happy as they're waiting for their coffee to be poured. So what do you reckon? Can we get it on the back of the wall? What we've got is like I say, the monitor. I've done a bit of research on this because it's a bit of a palaver. I thought we could probably just bang a smart TV up there, put a USB stick in it, but it turns out that that's a bit of a palaver and it doesn't always work. Lots of crashing, lots of problems. So what I've got is a media player, a little Minix media player that we're going to HDMI into the TV and have that under the counter, powering and yeah, displaying the images to the TV. So let's go for it. Let's try and get this out, see if we can't get it on the wall and wire it all in. It's going to be interesting. I've not done this before on one of these, so yeah, we'll live and learn, and you can have a laugh at my expense. Let's crack on. First thing, let's have a bit of coffee. Let's have a coffee and have a think about what we're going to do. Get the box open, that's probably the first thing. Let's get this milkshake maker out of the way. Let's move that down there. And have a little look inside the box, see what we get. There was loads and loads of choices of different monitors and things. Didn't want to go too big, obviously, because you don't want it to be too imposing on the wall there. So we've gone for a 22-inch, which isn't, it's not oversized. Oh wowzers, we get a few bits and pieces in there. We get a stand, which I don't think we're going to need because we're going to be wall mounting it. We get an HDMI cable, which is good because I haven't bought one of them. Yeah, brackets, power lead, whatever that is, a stand again, I think that's what to do with the stand. We get some screws for the rear mounting if we need it, I think. Some destructions. Let's whip that out of there. And have a look at this. Hopefully it's not got too much of a frame on it. I'm hoping it's going to be quite thin to the edge and not too deep, so that it and I've got to figure out a way to mount it, because I don't think a normal mounting bracket is going to be any good for us. So wow, yeah, oh, that looks lovely. Look at that, that's right to the edge. The screen is right to the edge of that, and that up there is going to be, that's going to be brilliant, isn't it? How good is that? Do you know what would be really good if I could hang it upside down? But hey ho, I don't think that's going to happen. Let's. We've got a few sockets on the back there. We've got a few bits and bobs there. Now that sticks out quite far, doesn't it? That mounting bracket, but it has got the full screw mounts. So I'm gonna have to make a plate or something to mount it. Let's have a think and have a little yeah, let's have a think and see what we can come up with. If I just get that out there, I can put that on the shelf on its back without worrying about marking anything. Yeah, let's drop that down there. Get this all out of the way. Let's just get this trim out of here. With the no nails, it's stuck pretty well. That really stuck well, that one. We will pull the van to bits, dismantle Ingo, but now we can see behind there and what we've got to work to. Oh, okay, they put some little buttons across. Cool. Pretty cool. get some metal in there. I'll just whack a bit of tape on this because when I hold it up, it's really sharp and it's scratching the plastic. So I can just bang a bit of tape around that bracket there, just to save me marking up the plastic on here while we're faffing about with it. So what I'm thinking, there's a strut down there, there's a strut down there, there's a strut all the way along the top, and this top shelf is rock solid. So do we come with do I put a brace in there and also fix it to the top off of a plate on the back or something, so it would be touch tight to the top. Probably doesn't look quite as aesthetic as if it was down a bit, but then it's going to make it so much more secure if it was up there. I think that looks okay, and if it's going to be right back to the wall, so I'm kind of thinking that's not a bad shout there. So I've just put my tape measure down the back, and what we've got here is the stanchion, and so we've got like a 2 centimetre stanchion that comes down there all the way to the bottom. So if I can come through there with a piece of angle behind this white panel, cut the back out of it so it goes onto the stanchion, do the same with that side. Behind here then I'll have this nice piece of aluminium that's nice and solid, which we can mount to the back of the TV. So I can do a couple of mountings, make something with the aluminium again, get it nice and solid on the back there. So yeah, that's the plan. The stanchion itself that I'm attaching to is something along this side. If I spin you around and have a look, it's like this. It's attached to the back panel of the van. So I've got this to aim for. If I can actually mount onto that fixing on that side of the van, it should be good. That should be strong enough. Should be strong enough to hold everything we want, and we can also attach up into the top shelf as well if we need to. So yeah, let's cut with it. Let's see if we can get it on the wall. So we'll chuck that piece of box section into the Black & Decker work, mate. What a bit of kit. And we'll get the Milwaukee hacksaw on that, and we can trim that down. Take that piece off the end so that it fits into the where we need to go on the wall, nice and easy. Get the file on it. Try and make a nice job of it so it's not got any sharp edges. Right, that's the first piece. So when that's going up there now, I can get a rivet straight through there into that first stanchion, and then this side here is going to be what's cutting off level with that, with the edge of that there. So I can cut that clean out, and then just take the front out of it, leaving me with a section on the back to screw to the. So if I cut it off, take the front out, as wide as that stanchion is there, which according to this, if I just hook that through there onto there, that one is. So if I go 6 centimetres, it's quite a thick one, that one. 6 centimetres is to there. That's got to go. So all that's going. Just leave me with a front face. Now you see, I'm thinking that was close. I nearly made a right ash of that, because this is sitting on the top surface. If I'd have gone out and put that flush with that, the whole thing would be sat wonky, wouldn't it? So I've got to go from the top there, and when that's all the way back, I need that little gap there. So that one's going to be in tight to there. I can't go because I've got to put that wooden trim along the front, so this needs to be, I'm going in behind because this is seen, so I've got to put a hole here to slide that in behind the plastic trim, and then I think I need to just take half of that out of there so that this doesn't sit too weird and wonky, but we're still keeping the aluminium straight. So that's going to go in there. That's going to sit back. And I need to take half of that away. Well, to the point where the TV's seen, which is the TV's coming in. Yeah, let's go with half of that. To that point, and if I bring it in at a bit of an angle like that, maybe. Right, let's go for it. That was a tricky one to get his head round, trying to figure out, we don't want to make it wonky, but we want that plastic trim to look nice and kind of even on the top. So we'll trim that back down again, and hopefully it's going to be about right. I don't mind that because I just get a chance to use my saw again. I just like cutting things up with it, it's great. What a fantastic little kit. Makes light work of this box section. I'll put a link in the description and to the blades that I'm using as well, because these are the Milwaukee blades, which I've found to be brilliant. A lot better than some of the other manufacturers and makes that I've used. Nice and accurate as well. Look, and get it right up. Really nice. Look at that. Beautiful. Love this saw. Such a great tool. And everything, all of these ramps and stuff I've made, which all of it uses the hacksaw. And we'll try and finish that off again, get it nice and no sharp edges, get the file on it and just take off any sharps with it. Look, it can go. Right, I should still have plenty of strength in that. So we need a hole through there now just to slide that in behind that. That's going to sit on the front there. Bang that. Bang, bang. Thank you, ma'am. Solid. It's going to be solid, that. Lovely. So I've managed to cut out this weird and wonderful shape in the end of this bar. Hoping that that will now fit into the back of this mounted on the TV. So when that's on the wall, that'll come up inside there and rest and lock into place. Something along those lines. It's quite tight, and that is going to support the downward motion of the monitor. It's not going to come away from the wall. And then I use the plate on the top bracket up to another piece up here that sits into a ridge. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll figure it out. Let's have a look. And that one is sitting just there, like that, and that hole is just there. Oops, just there. One hole there, and one hole there. Let's just hope there's something behind it. Let's see, because we're there, we should be right. And same with that one. That's that one. We're going to have to take a piece out of there to put the rivet through, make that hole a bit bigger. And we've got to do the little hole to slide that in behind there. Let's go with this one as well. We're alright. We ain't come through the other side. Can you imagine it? Fucking hole through the side of the van. Oh god. Oh. Right. So the hole be something along the lines of that. Somewhere there. So if I go in just there. I might be able to get the Stanley knife in and actually do some work with that. Just keep his arm behind there, make sure there's nothing getting in the way. So I've gone for the cone cutter in the end of the drill, which is good for punching out large holes when you haven't got a great deal of depth behind, because it's quite stubby. So it makes quite a nice clean hole as well. Okay. Quite big enough. Like I say, we can now just trim it square, make it a nice square hole. I'll get that knife in there, hopefully not chop my fingers off. This kind of PVC board is quite flexible, it's quite easy to cut. Nearly there. We can go a good distance this way. We'll keep chopping into it. Got a nice sharp blade in the Stanley, so it's going through it well. On the top. Obviously keeping his eye out for them wires that are behind there. We don't want to be chomping into them. And if I can keep this hidden so you can't see it from the front, it will look really nice. And then a bit of luck, we should soon be able to get that in behind. We're really close. It's really close to being where we want it. Just a tiny bit more, I think. About that. Blade out. Stop. Okay. Think he's going to go in now. Shall we have a look? In. Round. Push it up. Yeah, that one's there, and then that's going on there, and then bang, 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 like that. So rivet through there, and that bracket then is secure. Ooh, it's looking nice. I'm getting there. I'm thinking we are getting somewhere now. I'm feeling that we are on the right tracks. I think we need to, I can rivet that one in. I'll cut this hole bigger so I can get the rivet gun through it. Let's have a look at this then. Just trying to think, do I need to get the wire, do I need to do that before I can put the HDMI through? Where is the HDMI socket going to go? That's the other thing, isn't it? That's coming out the back of the TV, just to the side of the, where it's mounted there. I think we'll just try this to start with, and then we can pop the hole through for that. So let's get this bracket in. Bend that in there, squeeze that around there. That's that one there. Move this way a little bit. Okay. Let's bang that one in first then. The whole reasoning behind having to make this bracket is a standard TV fitting bracket just wouldn't have screwed to this plastic. There's nothing there, there's no guts, so we've had to make this aluminium bracket to give it something to bolt to. If I'd have put a bracket on top of that, a standard bracket, it'd have just stuck out too far. So make this bracket, make it all really close to the wall, and it should look really good in the end. I'll pop links in the description for the monitor, the Minex box, and any tools I've used within the video. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, that's wicked. That's really solid. Okay, so let's try it for size now. Is it going to fit? Oh my goodness me. Have we got his measurements right? That slides in there. Oh, look at that. That is delightful. So we go, so far so good. Obviously I can't let go of that because I ain't like bolted up or anything, but now the top. So that's that's there. Just got to sort out this top now to peg that into position. It's not looking bad though, is it? So I've got a bit of alley plates to cut off there, so I'm going to now screw that to the actual 4 mounting bolts on the back of the TV like that. And then this is a thickener plate that's going to be riveted on the top there, and it's all going to slide into. I'm going to screw that to the top of the wood at the top there and slide it in, and that is going to effectively slide into that, which is going to be screwed into the wood at the top, so it's going to hold it really sturdy in place. So I've had a good rummage through my screw drawer and I've managed to find some nice little washers and some screws. Oh, they're quite long actually. How long are they going to go? Let's have a quick look, see how far through they're going to go. They're going a good distance, somewhere. Got to be careful that the screws ain't too long and they go all the way through and damage the circuit board. That's 3. I just need 1 more. Get that levelled up. Just nip them down. Right. Okay, and then the channel is going to go straight in the top, almost to the side either end, so I can screw it to the wood at the top. Obviously, I'm going to have to shift this light. I think I might just do that now. I might just crack that off so that it's out of the way. Like that. There we go. So that's going to slide in down there. The TV goes back. It slides into that bracket. I slide that all the way along, and then I put my screw in this end and a screw in that end. So when it's screwed up there, it's going to sit something along those lines. Might just pack it slightly just to get rid of the rattling, but that is pretty solid. What do you reckon? Once it's packed out a bit, I think I need to just raise that slightly. It just needs to come up a tiny bit on that bracket, just to peg it a bit tighter. And if I could just push my bracket here just up another couple of millimetres, just to make it a little bit stiffer. So there we go, got a little piece out the end of it with a hole through it, and the other end has got the hole through it. So now we can slide that in past the back of the TV when it's obviously up there. Get that out. There, getting those. So once that's in there, it'll slide in past the TV. It'll come in past the wire, screw up the back, one in there, pegged in place. It's not going to fall about. That's that sorted. And then just to stop any rattling about, as this obviously slides in, we've just got a little bit of, just a small amount of slack. I think I'm just going to pack this out with a bit of tape just to make it slightly thicker and stop it from rattling. I'll just go with a bit of the insulating tape, just get it just slightly over the top, more around the bottom. I'll do a couple of laps with this. Right, that'll do that. That's that. And just fold that top edge in and that edge in, and just get that something like that. That's going to go in and it's going to just hold it all nice. Right, we've got a power cord there, which is nice because it's nice and small. That plugs in there, and the HDMI, which is going to be the deepest one of the two. We'll go HDMI 1 is there. Let's see if I can get away with just bending it backwards, or I've got to. I could put the hole right there and then feed the other wire through it as well, couldn't I? Just a bit bigger than that. It would be, wouldn't it? I could soon chop a bit more out there. Like we did before. Give ourselves a square hole. Yeah, we're in. Yay! So we can get both of those through now with a bit of luck. That one and that one will come from, well, that one's got to come from the other side because obviously it's got the big plug on the end. So we're going to have to go through and pull it back with a piece of, I'll try and find a piece of welding rod. So I've got a good old fashioned bit of welding rod there, and we can poke that through the hole. Just make sure we bend it, keep it straight. We'll get it through there all the way down. And with a bit of luck we can get it out the back here. Right, there we go. We've now got it coming out down the bottom there. So we can take that to that and pull it back through. One of them. Oh, there's the other. Brill. Right, so that's all the cabling up there. Let's grab the TV. We can plug those in the back of that. That's that one in. And then that one into the HDMI 1. Like that. We'll hang that on the bracket. Tucking that wire back down where it needs to go. Keeping it nice and neat. Yeah, that's up there, that's on there. That's gone right back to the wall. And then we can put a screw in. One. And then I can get the other one in there. Like that. Wow. What do you reckon? That's pretty solid. It's pretty good, it's not rattling about. Looks quite neat. Pleased with that. Get that trim back in down the side and it'll look as good as new. Should just go back there, we'll get the no nails on it. There we go. So we'll just bang the Minex box underneath the counter, get that plugged in. Look, the monitor there looks great. We'll get that light switch back up as well. You can screw that back up now because we didn't need to take that off in the end, did we? But we didn't know that at the time. There you go. So that's the monitor on the wall, all sorted. We'll peel the sticker off there. I'll do another video on connecting to the Minex box and how to upload some sales footage, videos or whatever, so that you can scroll them on the screen. So we'll do another video on that one. I hope you enjoyed this one, putting the TV in, getting it all screwed in and getting the wires through. So yeah, just drop me a little thumbs up, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.